You heard it right. The ones responsible for the corruption in the Alchemy Commission are not just the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but even the Divine Foresight himself. Alas, why is your face turning pale, Yanqing?
No, it's perfect, Yanqing. You can't be mad at him.
What a small world.
You already knew we wouldn't be. Wait, what were we supposed to do?
You stole my sword. Give it back.
This again.
Why do I keep bumping into you? Are you stalking me or something? Of course not. Unlike you, Miss Yunli, I have important things to take care of. You, on the other hand, seem to have all the time in the world to wander around without returning my sword.
This isn't her territory. Why would she have anything to do here?
Grandpa used to say that a sword reflects its master. I talked to your sword, and it told me that you've been distracted. You hesitate when you should strike, and you struggle to stay calm when your sword is unsheathed.
Dang, his sword is outing him.
You know the Cloud Knight saying, a Cloud Knight must never let slip their weapon. Yes? Well, sure, I can give it back to you now, but on the battlefield, that's a whole different story. Poor flying sword.
Just give it back.
Between these two, who do you think is tougher? Don't get me wrong, I'm just curious.
I think they'd match.
Get ready to separate them.
Well, since you don't approve, I won't draw my sword here.
I didn't mean it in that way. Since you've already drawn your swords, you'd be disappointed if you didn't get to test one another, right?
What? You're gonna let it happen?
I've received reports that the delves near the Alchemy Commission are still infested with abominations. Seems like my predecessors left quite a mess. So, if you two want to determine who's better, why not focus on them instead of each other?
Yeah, that sounds better.
If you want a contest, I'll be the referee. The one who kills the most abominations within an hour wins.
Lingsha, as always, you're still an expert in making unpaid work sound so noble and grand.
It's for your own good, little Yunli. While you desire to compete against each other, I don't want to see either of you getting hurt.
Ooh, I'm Yanqing! I want him.
Ha! Shift the balance.
Ooh. I love his music. Let me guess. We're gonna end up doing this. And we're gonna clearly beat more of them. But it's gonna be like, oh, we lost. Or, oh, it's a draw. 'Cause that's just how it is.
I didn't expect someone who can't even hold on to his sword to actually have flee through clouds.
Nope. Okay, never mind. Maybe we won't win at all. Because she just one-shots him.
Descend to earth.
She's winning. She keeps one-shotting him, man. I can't do that. I'm weak. I'm frail.
To send you.
Time to show you.
I keep pressing the wrong button.
What's in
Whatever.
your perspective?
Aw.
I win, Miss Yunli.
Did I?
All you did was chop down a few monsters. Don't get carried away with yourself. If you think you can just take this sword from my hand, go ahead and try.
I wasn't part of the deal. Oh. Is Dad gonna step in? Someone's gotta step in. These children are hurting themselves. Don't disrespect her like that.
Me? I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission. A passerby, if you will.
Hi. Look at your hair.
Here, Lady Feixiao. Have you finished your health consultation with the Dragon Lady?
Dragon Lady.
Feixiao? Grandpa always talks about you. Could it be that you are...
The best Foxian lady there is? Yes.
Looks like I'm quite famous on the Sanzhou Lafu, too.
Of course. Everyone has heard of the Great General. Known to all, and unbeknown to none.
Great General? Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic? I don't like it. Ooh, I heard there's a dozing general on the Lafu, so I came up with a humble nickname for myself. The Lacking General. Lacking in worries, regrets, and rivals.
I need to screenshot that immediately. How do I do that?
Sounds much better, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Here's your sword. Keep it safe. Or it might get taken away again. By the way, we haven't settled the score yet. I'll defeat you fair and square next time we fight. This is how she apologizes? Now that I finally got my sword back, I should report to the seat of divine foresight. I'll take my leave, General Feixiao.
She's so pretty.
Oh, by the way, Miss Linksha, if you've got some free time,
Look at her.
I'd like to invite...
Thanks for stepping in, General Feixiao. Otherwise, I'd have had to knock them out with my incense.
Not at all. Just doing what you asked. How about we call it even as payment for the healer lady's consultation?
The music feels much more spicy with her, like, in frame. It's just so, it's wild. And I like it.
Sorry, but even a general needs to pay their bills. We don't do credit here.
Dang.
And let's not forget, you'd have been waiting decades for a chance to see the Dragon Lady if it weren't for me.
Who's the Dragon Lady? Is it Bailu? Tough choices.
Back already? You've met with Jing Yuan and wandered around for a few hours. So, what do you think?
Look at these characters, man. They're all the ones I want in the same area. I don't even know. Because if I get Zhao Cho, do you think I'll feel satisfied? Do I think I'll be satisfied with him? In fact, I'm not even thinking of Acheron anymore, and that's who I really want. That's in the long run, that's who I want. She's no longer in the equation.
It appears that the Divine Foresight is using this war dance as a show of strength to convince everyone that the Lafu is prospering after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis.
But... I know you're going to say but, right?
Look at him! Look at his little closed eyes!
But the influx of people attending the war dance is like a breeding ground for disorder and rumors. One wrong move, and the Lafu could be in a world of chaos.
Look at him! He's so foxed.
The Cloud Knights on the streets remain vigilant, so at the very least, General Jing Yuan is aware of this. As for other matters, I'm unable to say.
She's so pretty. I can't stop admiring her. Oh my god.
I'd prefer to be excused from future meetings with generals. I'm just a military healer. And now all of a sudden I'm thrust onto the center stage having cordial chats with two generals?
He's a healer. Whoops. Is he gonna be a healer? Visually, I like both of these characters. I don't really care what they do. Just visually, they're very appealing. But I already have a healer, so I really might just go for Feixiao.
My work doesn't lend itself to being in the limelight either.
Just stop whining. At least you're in one piece, right?
Look at his little braids! Look at his little braids! Oh my goodness.
Before getting in touch with General Jing Yuan, I wanted to put aside my assumptions and see his momentum. That includes the overall bearing of the Cloud Knights on the street, what people are saying, and how those close to him behave.
The might of an army dwells not within its pawns, but within the force of its collective momentum. Recognizing this fact reveals the true measure of power. Thanks for enlightening me, General.
A perfectly clear statement turned confusing thanks to your translation. You've made me lose where I was now. Anyway, this is how I operate in battle, so you might as well get used to it.
What, are they like new interns or something?
Are you treating General Jingyuan as your enemy?
Oh no. Oh no, I can't have that.
The longest-serving general of the Xianzhou Luofu. Do you think he'd have only a few enemies?
Oh, I knew he'd have a lot more.
By the way, General, you met the healer lady, yes? Could you show me the medicine she prescribed you?
Well, the healer lady couldn't do anything about my condition. She just told me to enjoy some tasty food.
What condition? She's sick? What's wrong with her? There's nothing wrong with her. She's perfect. Look at her. Don't question her.
So not even the famed healer lady could help?
What's wrong with her?
Well, life and death, Zhao Chou. It's all predetermined.
Is she dying? Dude, I just met you and you're dying?
As long as I can fulfill that deep-seated desire, I don't care how long I live.
I do!
Enjoy some tasty food. So, what's for dinner tonight?
Jeez. You really know how to read the room, don't you?
He's hungry.
You guys figure it out for yourselves. I'm due to catch up with an old war friend I've not seen for quite a long time.
I feel like I know who it is.
Hey! Was that the Yaoqing general who just dropped in out of nowhere? Oh, she's so awesome.
Isn't she? Oh my god, I love her.
I mean, when Yun Li swung that massive sword, she just casually blocked her attack with ease.
Mine too.
Yeah. But to go up against Yun Li is quite impressive, you know? That aura of heroism and grace. It almost makes me want to learn Xianzhou swordplay.
Yeah, you totally should.
I agree. General Feixiao is indeed impressive.
We all want her.
I was talking about Yanqing, actually.
Okay, this is where me and this MC don't align.
I've had my fair share of defeats lately, and even though I know there are always more skilled swordmasters out there, seeing General Feixiao's skills today has made me feel a bit uneasy again.
She would annihilate you. I understand that.
Don't underestimate yourself. After all, generals won't fight in the ring during the war dance. Just remember the state of mind you had when you single-handedly took on me and Blade, putting life and death aside. With that mindset, you can prevail against most challengers.
I really don't want to get caught up in grown-up games so soon. I just hope Generals Feixiao and Huaiyan can see the truth. We don't need any more chaos on the Luofu before the war dance.
The Luofu Vidyadhara have finally recovered from Don Feng's grievous sins, and were blessed with a compassionate and caring High Elder in Bailu. None of this was easy. Your return has stirred up resentment and ambition among the preceptors, and threatens our situation.
Hey, that's not his problem.
Why are you calling me this late? Don't tell me you're planning on...
That's right. I have something to tell you.
But... I'm not quite ready.
Can you work overtime for me, please?
Dang, that sucks. Hi. Touch your beard.
Earlier at the Palace of Astral, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder White. But with all the people around, we only exchanged pleasantries. Now, I'd like to officially introduce them to you.
Hi.
These three braved great dangers, accompanying me into perilous places, defeating the chief culprit Vantilia, and uncovering the conspiracies of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. If you wish to know more, please, feel free to ask us.
There are fools who doubt your loyalty. They're happy to see the divine foresight fail because it gives them some kind of
sick satisfaction. They haven't achieved anything of their own, so they feed off the failures of others. But I've seen enough failures in my time, and I want to believe that your loyalty has never wavered.
So, General Feixiao of the Yaoqing is the only one investigating the Ambrosial Arbor crisis on behalf of the Alliance?
No. I am too. The Marshal ordered me to come to the Xianzhou Lawfu, but the document only says, attend the war dance and listen to Feixiao's questioning.
Thanks for your kindness and sincerity, Elder Huayan. But is it appropriate to tell everyone here about the Marshal's orders?
By introducing the Express's witnesses to me alone, aren't you aiming to discern the intentions behind both my actions and Feixiao's? And whether there's any discord between us? Well, since I'm being open and honest with you, I encourage you young folk to do the same. Oh, by the way, I've prepared a gift for the war dance.
A gift? For me?
Yes, it's this case right here.
Looks expensive.
What's this box for? Why don't you open it, General Huayan?
Patience March.
This sword case is intended for the War Dance's award. It's empty now, but in a few days, a precious sword will be delivered and stored inside. I've been wondering who would be worthy of such a sword. And then it hit me. I can award it to the champion of the Ringmaster's Challenge. The ceremony's champion is sure to be a perfect match for the sword.
If this were Genshin, we would be participating in this challenge and we would get that sword.
The outcome of our duel at the Alchemy Commission is still up in the air. Since you're interested, why don't you represent the Xianzhou Juming and challenge me in the ring?
That's exactly what I had in mind. Nobody knows who's gonna come out on top. It could be me, could be someone else. It'll probably be me. But whatever happens, it won't be him. Not to be rude or anything. We've been watching their drama. I'm dying to find out who beats who.
Not gonna lie, same.
We don't know who the winner will be, and it might not be either of you. But if you're eyeing that prize, you'll need to work together. I want you to take on an apprentice who will take part in the war dance and win at least one match.
What?
How does that make sense?
In my humble opinion, while a Cloud Knight is commendable by securing victories, it's even more so to pass on your skills and spread the way of swordplay. I'd be greatly pleased if this apprentice could represent the Express in the war dance by displaying their Cloud Knight flair and prowess.
Huh? Who? Wait, me?
I noticed just now that Miss March seemed quite interested in the outcome of your sword fight. So I thought, why not teach her the art of swordplay?
So this is where she comes into play.
Wait. Are you serious, General?
Yeah, go ahead, March.
Why am I being dragged into this all of a sudden? I've never practiced swordplay before. I'm a total newbie. You really think I can learn it? Well, you'll probably realize I have no hope and give up on me. And that'd be so embarrassing.
Don't do that. Accept your fate, March.
This was a perfect chance for you.
My God,
I
talking.
remember you mentioning that you wanted to learn some sword moves.
I get whiplash every time.
Miss March is like a piece of jade in the rough, just waiting to be shaped. The war dance is the perfect opportunity to see what heights she can reach.
Yeah.
Looks like March's curiosity has been piqued.
The whole point is to know each other's moves. Defeating your opponent in just one move? How boring would that be? Plus, what really decides a swordsman's fate isn't some special move. It's the solid fundamentals.
So Miss Yunli has already agreed. What do you say, Yang Qing?
General, I haven't graduated yet. How can I be qualified to teach swordplay to others.
You teach what you know.
Genshin. Teaching an apprentice is also a way of honing your own skills and gaining insights. You've been an apprentice for years. It's about time you looked at swordplay from another perspective.
I see, General. Then count me in.
Yay!
Yang Cheng has agreed too. It all comes down to Miss March giving her nod.
Time for you to become the best swordmaster on the
At least
Express.
that way, I won't have to worry about you accidentally shooting me in the butt all the time.
God.
Hey, I've never missed my target.
Does that mean you were aiming for my butt?
Great! Starting tomorrow, Yenqing and Yun Li will teach you the basics of the Cloud Knight's swordplay.
Yippee!
Yun Li and I will head out and purchase some sword practice equipment for Miss March. Think of it as a little initiation gift.
She's gonna be the best swordmaster.
You're too kind. Wait, you're giving me a gift? Shouldn't it be the other way around? General Huayan's gone. Wait, why does something feel off about what we talked about?
Off?
I think we strayed off topic. How did things even get to this point?
Yeah, I brought you here because the General said he had some important matters to discuss. But how in the world did Yun Li and I suddenly become Miss March's swordplay mentors?
Because General Huayan wants us to stick around on the Law Fu for some time.
Aren't we here to attend the ceremony already anyway? But aren't we here? What? But aren't we here to attend the ceremony anyway?
But from his point of view, we're no different from all the other tourists who may leave at any time.
He won't leave.
Since the crew's actions were mentioned in the Law Fu's operations log were given to the Alliance, he probably wants to see firsthand if we're as capable as to report claims, or if we're just some made-up excuse to save face.
Elder Huayan is still that tricky general who likes to give everyone a headache.
I want to touch his beard.
Truth be told, I invited all of you to the ceremony because I wished for you to act as my witnesses.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
I apologize for not disclosing this information earlier.
I was able to assume as such.
In the coming weeks, I'll also invite all of you to a meeting with General Feixiao, where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have. So please, be prepared for the meeting.
Anything for Feixiao.
The illustrious Merlin's
I knew
Claw
it.
waiting for me, and for so long too. It's quite an honor. It's been a while, General Feixiao.
I knew this was who she was talking about.
It's been 30 years since we last saw each other. Right, Yukong?
Oh.
Yes. Back then, you were the vanguard of the Yao Qing's Verdant Knights, and I was a pilot of the Law Fu's Rainbow Orbit Fleet. Who would have thought that upon meeting again, you'd be a general, and I'd have given up flying? Really does feel like a lifetime ago. Well, I wouldn't say I haven't seen you in 30 years. After all, your great victories are announced through the Yellow Bell Resonance System every day. So I'm well aware of your great feats. How's your health holding up?
Still stable, I suppose. Do you still remember the medic who saved me in battle?
That healer with the odd name and peculiar temperament. What was his name again? Was it Pichu? Or Kachio?
Jiao Chou. He's been my retainer and personal healer, delegated by the Alchemy Commission from the Xianzhou Yao Qing. Over the years, he's dedicated himself to managing my condition. It's thanks to him that I'm still in good health today. Given my background, I'm happy to have made it this far.
Me too.
As you know, the fugitive Jing Liu, who mysteriously disappeared many years ago, has resurfaced. This time, she has brought along an outworlder and a coffin, claiming to offer the Marshal a method to fight against the Eons. The Law Fu preceptor has also leveled accusations against Jing Yuan for neglecting the Alliance's principles. She asserts that Jing Yuan enabled the exiled Imbibitor Lunae to re-enter the Luofu, thereby unlocking the lunarescent depths within Scale Gorge waterscape, which in turn disrupted the Videodara's dutiful watch over the Ambrosial Arbor. It is for these reasons that I have come here to the Luofu today.
Unfortunately, for long-life species, enduring through the ages always culminates in a failure that undoes all previous achievements. A moment that our adversaries relish.
That's true. And that's why I'm also here for another purpose. To visit Hule.
Who?
Hule? You mean that Hule? The Borisin warhead? The same Hule who has been imprisoned in the shackling prison for over 7 centuries?
Oh, don't do anything stupid, Feixiao.
Usually, only emissaries from the Xianzhou Yaoqing Skyfaring Commission visit him once every century. Why do you have to visit him now, of all times?
Once every century? Must get lonely.
Given the situation on the Luofu, those on the Yaoqing are concerned about Hule's imprisonment. I'm afraid that the routine visit every century is no longer sufficient to ease their concerns. That's why I was sent here, to reassure them.
It's all bad news.
Well, not everything. There might be a silver lining. Oh, by the way, I found some clues about the thing you asked for.
Tell me more.
The Verdant Knights followed the route you mentioned and discovered the wreckage of the Whistling Flame ship. Unfortunately, there were no survivors and no cargo. However, someone had already been on the scene before we arrived.
Our people? Or someone from the IPC?
What are we talking about?
No, neither. Yukong, have you heard of a person named Ron May?
Hello, new subscribers. Just want to say thank you for deciding to stick around a little longer. Just the small amount that increase is enough to keep me motivated. I just want to say that you guys mean a lot to me. So thank you. Good night.